Let's focus on PNGRB. They are set to release its final order on the unified gas pipeline tariff. The proposed unified tariff structure would replace zonal pricing with a single rate across the pipeline. My colleague Sapna got in touch with the PNGRB member, Mr. A.K. Tiwari, to learn more. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
I would like to share that in 2022, when we have announced the regulation, it was in the interest of the pipeline operator. And in 2023, when the unified tariff was announced, it was more focused on the interest of the consumers. But this tariff order, this amendment which we have announced recently, takes care of the pipeline operator, takes care of the consumer, takes care of the investor, as well as CGD companies. So earlier there were 3 zones, now we are going to reduce to the 2 zones, and with the concept of one nation, one grid and one tariff. And most important is that we are going to have one tariff for CNG customers as well as PNG domestic customers, because we have given huge target for CNG stations as well as the around 12 crores plus target for the PNG domestic consumers. So this tariff plays important role in the total cost. So when we are going to have one tariff for CNG and PNG, I think the CGD companies can take advantage of converting to achieving their minimum work program, and also CNG stations. Okay. So that is the concept behind it.
Okay. So we are at 2 zones right now. So if my understanding is correct, will you bring it down to 1 zone, something like that?
We have partly done here, because we have done 1 zone, 1 tariff for CNG, PNG, and slowly we are going to move for 1 tariff pan-India basis. This is slowly we are going to do it. Correct. But after analysis we'll do it.
Correct. So what happens to this 1 zone now? I mean, will that also remain, or you'll have a sectoral approach?
We may have, because CNG
please elaborate.
CNG and PNG are the customers to whom we have given the target, entities have given the target, and then minimum work program is there. Pan-India basis, we have allotted 300 plus geographical areas. So I think the CNG, PNG will be 1 tariff, and remaining maybe 1 tariff in the days to come.
How many years would this take? A year or 2 years down the line for this to work out?
We have concluded these tariff reforms within 2 years or so maybe 1 year.
Okay. And just a small repetition, what happens to the end user rates under the current tariff regulations, the fresh ones that you have brought out?
For CNG, PNG?
What's the usually players?
They will reduce, because the tariff which is around 120 rupees per MMBTU on the transportation tariffs is going to be drastically reduced. As per the tariff order regulations, it is 52.5% of the 2nd zone. If we resume the 2nd zone as 110, 120 rupees, it will be in the range of 50, 55 or maybe that.
Okay.
So that is there.
Okay. So net, what has been the response of the CGD players themselves? I mean, good, positive, or not that happy?
They have participated in the open discussion. All were interested, and I have got phone calls with so many CGD players, and they are happy. And we are going to soon announce the tariff order. After due deliberations, that will do it.
How does it really benefit the CGD players? I mean, does it bring down the input cost, but at the same time, the end user rates will also have to be reduced? So it's a bit of a balancing act for them.
Yeah, once the input cost, because as I have told you, the tariff is also one of the important input costs. So when the input cost will be less, the consumer will be benefited with the rate of the CNG and PNG. Okay. That is there.
And when do you plan to bring out the tariff order, sir? I mean, the
tariff. There is a process. We have recently amended it. Now we are going to ask the details from the settlement committee as per the regulations. And there are some important pipeline operators are there, GAIL and pipeline Infrastructure,
yeah.
PIL. So their tariff order, we have already concluded the PCD, public consultation, we have already concluded. So that is also on the card. So together we'll bring the tariff order of these, whatever.
Okay, it'll be synchronized.
Yeah, we want to synchronize because again and again doing the tariff order and then is not.
Okay, okay. So when can we expect the order for GAIL as well? Would it be like a month, 2 months, or could it be earlier,
think
next month maybe?
Maximum 2 months.
Okay, okay. So they've also, made this recommendation of a 33% increase. So broadly, where do we stand on that as of now? Would it be somewhere as per what the company has actually sought, or would there be a more balancing act, a more nuanced approach that the regulator will take?
See, we always try to give the reasonable return to the pipeline operators, and we have analyzed and whatever they have submitted, we are going to act on that, and maybe a balancing approach will be there. And I would like to say one thing, that system use gas is one of the important component, important OPEX for them, for which we have already brought the regulation here, how to reduce the cost of system use gas, wherein we have given that they have to plan 75% of their estimated quantity which they are going to consume. They have to plan domestically or international market long-term basis for 3 years. They have to allocate the whatever the least cost is there in their kitty for the system use gas, so that the cost will be reduced. So all these factors are being analyzed, and we are going to take view on that, and we are going to conclude the tariff order very soon.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out on those stocks. IGL, I think, has perked up a little bit, among all the stocks. I think that's moved to the high point of the day. But I will get Sonal to explain this in greater detail with regard to market ramifications as well. So we'll keep an eye out on that front. For the time being, let's go across to Mitesh. Mitesh,